Welcome back, gamers. Today I am bringing you another simple setup guide on Border. Now, I'm going to be starting upstairs on the Armory Lockers Archives side of the map. Well, the first walls you need to come and get are going to be over here in Box. Now, they are directly across from CCTV, and they are 100% the most essential walls you need to get for this site. They're most likely going to be pushing on this outside balcony right here, I'll show you, with a pretty good presence. Most of the time it's the common knowledge of the game. Go ahead, reinforce it. Next, we're going to make our way through here into Archives. We need to get these two east side walls. Now, we get these two east side walls because they are connected to offices, and it is a very open space, but also there is a window in office that I will show you in just a second. Voila. That you do not want to give someone an angle if they open up this wall and plant behind the desk. It can be very bad for you and your team. I will also show you a little trick right here. If you can shoot out the speaker. You don't have to listen to "Do not attempt to board the helicopter." Next, we come into offices, and we need to get this triple wall over here on the east side. Now, you don't have to do this. There are other ways to do it. This is the way me and my squad have been doing it over the last couple of weeks. I found that it actually works a lot better. It allows you to move in and out of offices without the worry of having to get shot on this outside east balcony. So we have 3 walls left. We need to come over here. We need to reinforce this wall at the end of 90. Now, the reason you reinforce this wall is because it is attached to break room, and on the other side of break room is this door right next to the spawn. They're going to spawn just beyond this wall. You do not want to give someone access to an angle of just spraying through there and getting you, if you're wherever, in the hallway, going through metal on the stairs. Go ahead, reinforce it. Next, I come over here and I get these two walls at the top of the main stairs. Now, I like these because anyone coming up these metal detector stairs cannot shoot you. They have to open up the wall. They're not going to be wasting a hard breach over here. They're going to try to get box open, or they're going to try to get archives open. They are not going to waste a hard breach charge here. If they are, you've probably already won the round because they have 4 brain cells. Now, rotates. You don't have to worry about rotates too much on this site, but I will say open up the floor right here. This is the default plant right here for attackers. If you have this, you can either swing inside, get the kill if this part's soft, hopefully it is, or you can get them from this window. Sometimes a C4 will do the trick. After I come over here, I like to open up the top part of this wall so you can chunk a C4 through for anyone planting either inside the door or right inside the window. They are very common spots. After that, we're pretty much covered. You don't really need to shoot anything else out. You can shoot the hatches out if you'd like. I don't, just in case you need to play behind the desk or something, you don't fall through. I end up falling through a lot, and it's just a face palm. Operators. So first, you need to bring a wall denial. This wall right here and this wall right over here are going to be your most important walls to cover. Now, you can do this with a variety of ops. You can either use Mute, Cade, or Bandit. I recommend Cade purely because you can hide it somewhere on the wall, and if you ban Buck, which is what we've been doing a lot, it's harder for them just to open the wall and get the Cade off of it, or open the floor and get the Cade off of it. They have to use a Sophia or an Ash or someone else with a shotgun. It's going to be a little harder without Buck's skeleton key to open that up. So go ahead, bring those, ban Buck. I think it's a very, very good solution. After that, bring a Jager. You can put a Jager right here. You can put a shield right here next to it. You can hide behind. Very, very powerful combo. You can put another Jager over in the corner. If Valk is open on this map, bring her. She's very, very powerful. I'm not going to be giving away too many of my Valk spots. I do enjoy her. There are plenty to find, though, in this map. It's a beautiful map. It is a bit dry, but it is a very good map for her. After that, you bring a Wamai. He pairs very well on this map. especially with all the throwables people are going to be doing. If you bring a shield or two, slow them down even further. Echo, if he's not banned, bring him. The ceilings are so high and he can blend in so well with this discoloration on a lot of the tile. Go ahead, bring him. He will help you a lot. Maestro is also a very effective op. Melusi, if she's open, bring her. After that, bring who you like. You know, if you want to roam with Vigil, roam with Vigil. If you want to bring a Mozzie, bring a Mozzie. By all means, you know, play who you want, but these ops that I suggest are going to help you get this site a lot easier. Let me know what you guys do. I want to know where your rotates are going, what walls you're reinforcing. Maybe you like to get these 2 walls and leave triple open. It's pure preference. I want to hear what you guys are doing. I feel like this is a very standard setup for this site. Let me know what you guys, before we go. I like to shoot out just a little right here. Anyone pushes in that door, I can get a little angle on them. Now, I want to hear all 10 seconds left. So thanks for following me downstairs. We find ourselves on the workshop server room ventilation room site. Now, it's technically just workshop ventilation room, but as this is a room between the rooms, I just say it all together. We need to start off by making this rotate into ventilation from server. This is going to be the most key rotate for this site. It really helps for anyone planting on this window. Hopefully you can get an angle on them, throw smoke, C4, whatever. Go ahead and do it. Just be wary of the front door. Now we need to come over here. We have some walls that we need to get. Now, this one is a necessity. On the other side is tellers. There's tellers window. There's some soft walls that they can break in through. Don't give them that line of sight, especially when they're going to plant. We need to get this one. It connects right in the hallway next to it. Right here is the doorway, I believe, into bathroom. Okay, right here's the doorway into bathroom. We're going to reinforce this wall. Now, the wall to the left here is a bit of an option. Depends how you and your team planning on holding it. I like having a guy inside of this bathroom. I think it holds very well, and it just gives you a little bit of an extension off site. You're not just stuck in this corner, or if anyone's at this hatch. If you don't plan on having anyone play inside a bathroom on this little corner of the map, reinforce it. Do not make a rotate hole if you're not planning on playing. I tell that to people all the time. Don't make a rotate just because you've seen someone else do it and then run away. Do something you're going to play off of. Now we go all the way upstairs to armory lockers. We need to get this box wall reinforced. Now, I reinforce this just in case you have someone holding upstairs, which you should. You should put at least 2, maybe 3 bodies upstairs here between armory and archives, or at least 2 in here and then 1 on CCTV and office. Reinforce those, then then you can open up this hatch. I like to open that hatch very much, just so you can get out of sight if you need to, because a lot of time people are going to bring a castle when you hold upstairs. When you bring that castle, you're going to put it one on probably this door right here, this door, and the box door. Now, that's going to disable you from getting off site, so you're going to need this to get out. I go ahead and I reinforce this one as well, just in case you bring that castle. They can't just spray in the walls next to it. Gonna have to wind all the way back around downstairs, and I like to reinforce... I don't know why I didn't mean to start there. I like to come in and reinforce detention. Now, I reinforce this because anyone that's spawning from Valley when they're on this downstairs, they're going to try to push straight here into customs. You need to reinforce this off. I think it is very essential, but it is also just partial preference. Next, we have one left. I come over and I reinforce. I keep hitting the wrong wall. Now I reinforce this wall. I reinforce this just in case anyone pushes inside here. They can't get the angle as easy. It's going to be a little harder for them to see anywhere in sight other than right in this little spot. Now, operators. I'm always going to recommend the Jager because they're going to be using ADSs to chew things up. Or they're going to use throwables to chew things up, pardon that. A Frost, I think, can catch some people off guard if they don't drone correctly, especially at the lower levels. Try to sneak in a Frost here. You got a window, you can put some in under a hatch in there, It might work, you never know. A Melusi is very powerful. I need to recommend that you bring either Maestro or Valkyrie for this spot, one or the other, if not both, purely so you can have a couple extra cams in sight. That way you can see if they jump in and plant. You can get angle from the roof, which, by the way, you gotta open this up just so you can see the window right there. And they can see the front door being almost the same as upstairs. You don't really need to bring wall denial here. You can bring the Kaid if you would like. He can help get this hatch, but if you have this hatch open, it's not 100% a great option. You also don't need to, if you're feeling risky, don't reinforce this, bring the Kaid. It'll help. After that, bring who you'd like. Roaming is, I think, is a very, very strong spot on this map. I said the castle for upstairs. Bring a mute to help out, get the wall upstairs. Make sure you have that roam presence. It's going to be very, very helpful. So let me know what you guys do. Same mumbo jumbo, rotates, walls, ops. I want to know. And I will meet you guys on the next site. Now we find ourselves over on the custom supply corner of the map. Now the first walls you need to come get are going to be over here in detention. Now these walls are important to get because just over to the left of here is the spawn point valley, and just over to the right is the west main spawn. Now, you don't want to give them that direct access to site. You need to board it off. I will tell you what ops to run in a little bit, but make sure it is reinforced. Next, I like to make a little rotate over here. You don't have to. I just like it in case anyone's at this window. You don't have to just push through this door. Get yourself a little angle. Sometimes it's very helpful. Next, we need to work over to the east side of customs. We have 4 walls to get. We need to get this entire wall right here. Now, this is very important because right on the other side of these reinforcements is passport with an entry door. You don't want to let them enter the building and have immediate access to a line of sight on to objective. Go ahead, get these walls. And just beyond passport is lobby. Now, you don't want to let them get any angle from this room. Yeah, see? That would not be fun to play against when you're inside. Next, we need to work over to the bottom of metal stairs, and we need to reinforce both of these walls. Now, we reinforced both of these walls, so if anyone pushing down metal or pushing from front door to my right doesn't have that easy access of pushing into sight. They've got to push in through these doors. Hopefully you've got either someone here, someone around here that'll be able to stop them. Now we go upstairs. Now, as you get a little more advanced in strategies, you don't have to reinforce these hatches. You can open them, run a castle and some other ops up here. But I'm going to be covering it for the more simple strats, for the lower levels when maybe you're not 100% familiar with your stack and how you guys play yet. Go ahead, reinforce both of these. Now, once we get back downstairs, I'll show you guys what we need to do in detention when it comes to operators. You need to bring a Jager here. Now, whether you put 2 or 3 here, it doesn't matter, but you need to put at least 2 ADSs somewhere in this general corner. And then I would recommend putting either a Kaid or a mute on the wall. Now, if you do a Kaid, you need to make sure you put it just enough where it doesn't destroy it. But a mute, you can get it as close to the wall as you want without fear of it being fragged. Now, they're going to try to open the top part of this wall with whatever. They're going to throw flashes, frags, whatever. You need to try to eat up as much as you can so they don't get whatever it is off the wall. Now, I recommend mute more than Kaid purely because these hatches need to be electrocuted. So bring Kaid to deal with them. Next, I have to highly recommend, at some of the lower levels, sneaking in a Frost. It really does work, especially on maps like this where there's a lot of windows, there's a lot of vault over spots in the map. You could catch a lot of people off guard. Now, we're going to go ahead and shoot the speaker as well because I don't want to sit there and listen to it while I'm trying to pay attention if someone's entering the building or wherever. After that, I will always say in every part of this map, bring either Maestro or Valkyrie. Now, I recommend bringing them. That way, you can see inside of objective. You have a camera that is right outside here, and then you have another camera right inside the main door. Now, these are very good cameras, but once they go out, you don't really have a large line of sight. Plus, from here, I'll show you, you don't really see inside of OBJ too well. You get this front part, maybe a little right here if any of this is opened, and from the front door, you don't even see OBJ. You get the bottom part of the door frame, and that's it. Go ahead, bring a Valk, bring a Maestro, Echo, whatever you need to do, Mozzie. Get those extra cams in sight just so you can see if anyone pushes in. After that, I don't have really a long list of operators to run. You know, bring who you want after that. If you haven't brought those, if you have an extra spot available. Roaming, I will always say, is very important here. So, you know, bring the Vigil, bring the Ella, whoever you like to roam with. You like to roam with Clash? Go ahead, do it. I don't know why, but go ahead and do it. Let me know where you guys like to set up on this site. I'm not the best at this site. It's not my favorite. I prefer Workshop and Upstairs compared to this site, but it is hands down way better than the next site that we're going to cover. So let me know everything, guys. I want to know. You want to know. Let's work together on this. I'll meet you on the next site. Alright, so now we find ourselves over on the bathroom tellers corner of the map. Now, this is going to be the least run site on this map unless you're trolling or playing a quick match. I'm going to show you guys how to cover it anyway, just in case you don't. So we need to come over to tellers, and we're going to get these two north side walls. Now, right outside here, there's a bunch of cover for the enemy team. I can actually just show you. They've got these boxes right here. They've got another one over here they can hide. Rappel upside down. Maybe you can run out on them if you're here, but be careful. It is a very well-known spot. After, we're going to go in to the main lobby hallway, and we're going to reinforce this first wall. Now, this is connected to Workshop. You can put a Mira on the other side of this if you reinforce on the other side, and it gives you a good line of sight right here if anyone comes in and plants. Now we have to reinforce the bathroom. Now, I'm only going to reinforce 2 here. I'm not going to reinforce all 3. That way, we can make a rotate on the wall to my right into Workshop. Now, you're going to want this rotate just so you don't get stuck in this bathroom. There's no way out. If someone comes in here, you need another way of being able to push them and pinch them off with a teammate besides just this doorway. Now, after, I like to get all 3 of these walls. Now, I get all 3 of these, that way you don't get wall banged either from the window inside of tellers or when they open up those 2 walls. Now, you can put a bandit, muted, Kaid on those outside walls. It's not really gonna do much. You've got that window that's right here. All they gotta do is shoot inside, boom, boom, dead. Next, I'll get this wall as well, just in case you're playing inside waiting room, you don't get randomly sprayed, because, you know, it's all happened to us once or twice. It's not fun. Then I'm going to make a rotate here into the corner of sight. You don't have to make this rotate if you don't want to. I like it, so I don't have to worry about vaulting through any of these windows. Next, we need to work our way all the way upstairs into offices. We're going to get this hatch. Now, this hatch is important because it drops directly onto site, and you don't want to give an enemy team angles if you're trying to push from the first floor in. Now, okay, well, I guess the hostiles know I'm inside the building. Operators. Now, like I said, you can try to sneak in the frost here, but once they get this open, it's either going to blow the frost mat up or it's going to... Oh, nothing's really going to work here. It's a really bad site. That's why this one's a little quicker. Bring an extra line of sight. Maestro's really good. You can put one right here on this wall, and then maybe another one somewhere in the bathroom. That way you can always see if anyone comes in and plants. Echo, just to stop them. Castle, maybe you can castle off these windows right here, or at least this one, so you don't get wall banged. After that, guys, I really don't have a lot of options. Put a lot of roam presence on this. Oh, I forgot to show you guys a line of sight upstairs real quick. There is a shotgun hole, or just however you have to make the hole. You can do whatever, so you can see if they come in and plant. Right here. So if they come in to plant, you can just get them right there and get them off that, because that's going to be the default plant for this site. So guys, let me know if you run here at all. It's very interesting for me to know who actually runs this garbage site. I want to know what ops you're bringing, all that other mumbo jumbo. And I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and watching today. I know Border is a little bit of a dry map, but at the same time it's a very knowledgeable map. It's been around very long, so hopefully I taught you a thing or two that can help you. If not, still thank you for watching anyway. I will see you next time. I will be showing you Coastline. I hope to have that video up next weekend. And I hope every single one of you have a great day and you are staying safe with everything going on with COVID. So I will catch you guys on the next video.